name's Alex. I'm a graphic artist, and I'm going to show you how to make a rockabilly dress pattern in Illustrator. All right, so I've drawn a dress already, just to give you an example of what we're looking at. So the first thing that I did when I made this was I started with the ellipse tool. Now you can just hold, you can either push L or you can select the tool on your toolbar. I'm just going to push L. And if you hold down Shift and drag, you'll make a basic circle shape. And we'll make 2 of those. And then you're just going to want to, actually don't make 2 of those, just make 1, because what I'm making here is a heart shape. So I'm just going to drag a little square over the bottom part, and so it'll give me a half circle. Go to the pen tool. If you hold down this and just push Shift, and it'll hold down and make a little bit of a line shape. And then go to the center, and it'll make a heart. And you don't always have to hold down the Shift. I only did that because I thought maybe it would benefit my heart, but it's actually not helping. So I'm just gonna, and make sure it's in the center like that, and then you can just curve it like this, because it doesn't really matter if the heart is exactly a heart in this instance, because it's just simply representing the bust. So it's all right if it doesn't look exactly like a heart. All right, so then when you have this half heart shape, hold down Option, and then just drag it, and then go to, you can hold down Control, Transform, Reflect. A vertical reflection is what you need. And so then you have this heart shape. All right, so then just go to Object, Group, and make sure that's selected, and then just flip this like that. And so already you can see that there's this similar shape. So what I'm going to do then is draw 2 lines. I'm going to use the line tool to do this. Just like that, to create the chest cavity. And then I'm going to use the pen tool to make that kind of dress-like curve. And so this is actually, you can just do the exact same thing we did with the heart. You just hold down Option, drag, Control, click, Transform, Reflect. And then I'm going to just insert that right there. And if you decide you don't like that little line, you can always change that. And this is just to get the basic shape. Like, this isn't what it's going to look like in the end. And this heart needs to be a little bit bigger. And so already we've got this shape. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the paintbrush tool and lock this layer. And then you can just go and you can pretty much trace over. And if you have a tablet, it's ideal in this instance. You can just kind of trace what you've drawn with your shapes. Kind of like that. And then if you get rid of that, you'll already see we have that kind of dress shape. So then I'm just going to invisibilize that and do what I did with the heart. And I think that's one of the coolest little tricks in Photoshop, is that you can copy and paste shapes like that. And then you can just go back and get your paintbrush tool and just make some little flowy lines like that. And if you want it to be exactly like that, then you can just do exactly what I've been doing this entire time. Just copy it and just select a little piece, delete it. And see, I've already got that little flowy line. And it doesn't really matter if it's exact. In my case, I want it to be exact, but I'm just going to delete that little piece of that line because it's really not important. There we go, and then we just have that little piece like that. Okay, so there we've got this basic shape, and then you're gonna just draw a little line right here. Actually, do it up here and make it small. And then you can use the pen tool and do this little number, which is really cool. Just make a little bit of a curved line, and then you're just going to copy that line exactly how we did it with the heart. And then you can take it over here and actually, yeah, don't do that. You can do it that way if you prefer to, but I'm gonna use the paintbrush just because it's gonna have more of that illustrative line, which is what I'm kind of looking for in this dress pattern. Okay, so then I've drawn this line, and the cool thing about Illustrator is you can move all your lines that you've drawn, and then I'm just gonna do exactly what I did with the heart, copy it. Okay, and then you've already got this, so we're almost finished. I'm going to reflect it, and then make an identical copy of it. All right, then you can get rid of that line. And this is where you can add the curved bust. And you just reflect that again. And there's and if this happens, which I guarantee you it will, just go and select the direct selection tool, just hit this anchor point, pull it a little closer, hit this anchor point, and pull it a little closer so that they're connected. And then you can just close off your dress. And if you want to make a belt, that's pretty easy. You can just click and make a path, and then make an identical, actually you're going to want to drag this, copy it, connect it, and there you can have your belt, and then we'll just fit it right there. And there you have your Rockabilly dress. My name is Alex, and this is the Rockabilly dress pattern. Thank you very much.